I'm Melissa.
And I'm Mike.
Do I sound okay? I should have asked you that probably before we started up.
Yeah. So how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I feel like I'm
Yeah.
losing track of the days nowadays.
Yeah. Same.
Monday comes and
Same.
goes. The weekend comes and goes.
Yeah.
But my
It's
weekend was
all a
fine.
blur. It's all a
It was
blur. I think
it was a
I think
pretty
it's
chill
because
weekend.
we're in that part of the year where it's not really fall yet, but we're at the end of summer, so it's kind of starting to feel like long and that kind of thing.
I know I noticed this morning when I went on my little morning walk that it's like kind of that time of year where you like any little bit of like a cool breeze at any time, you're just like fall.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It
know.
feels like
Yeah,
fall.
we had Cooper out last night before before we started, and we had that little bit like, oh, that breeze.
Yeah. Is that a sign of fall? But yeah, I had a
By
pretty
the
cool
way,
weekend. What?
go Birds! They beat the Cowboys on Thursday.
Yeah, that was expected.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't actually beat them by as much as I would have preferred, but a win's a win.
I went to
I'm gonna get a shirt made that said "Eagles football, a win's a win" because there's a lot of
that's
games
funny.
like that.
A win's a win. I went to my first comedy show this weekend on
Oh,
Saturday
nice.
night. I've never been to a comedy show before, but they're pretty, I like watching comedians.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a cool experience. I never went to one before, but so, it's nice sitting in. It was funny because like obviously since it was just two of us, they
Hmm.
have like tables of four, most like pretty much. So
Yeah.
when you sit at a table, it's like if we don't have two other people that came with us to sit with us, we're with two strangers. So, and
It's
he
like
got the
hibachi
dinner.
grill.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not filling up that whole table and there's a couple that wants to sit, they're sitting with you.
Got you.
So, yeah, but it was funny because well, we had the dinner package as well. So
Okay.
that was funny because we were sitting at the table with two people who weren't eating. Um,
Oh, that's
and we're
awkward.
just sitting there. Yeah, we're sitting there. We're getting like, they give it to you in like you get a salad, then you get your entree, and we're just sitting there chowing down.
Yeah.
Um, but which is like also just funny, like in the setting, you're just sitting there at the table, like laughing, and I have my
Yeah.
cheeseburger in front of me. But
Yeah.
the couple that was standing behind us in line, I noticed that they were arguing. Like
Oh.
she was yelling at him the whole time that we were in line,
Oh
like
no.
before we went in. Like I don't know, yelling at him about something. And then even when we passed the one water jug, like in the line, she's like, "Get me some water." I was like, "Oh, he didn't. He
Oh.
didn't get her water." But
Oh. So he
yeah, I
didn't
was
have
like,
fun at the comedy show, is what you're telling me.
I was joking. I was joking like, "Oh my gosh, I hope they're at our table." And they were. They sat at our table because they were
Oh
behind us. So
no.
like, they just got seated naturally like with us.
Oh, got you.
And yeah, and the whole time she was just sitting there with like her back. So like, if they were sitting at the table like this, their backs would be kind of to the stage. So she just had her back like this the whole time
Well.
to him who was behind her. She didn't look
Uh,
at him once. She didn't look at him once.
wow.
She just had her
Wow.
back turned to the guy the whole time. The man that she was with, he ordered himself a drink. It's like just one. He didn't order her an alcoholic beverage, no nothing. She just had
Yeah,
the free
wow.
water bottle the entire time. I was like, woo, it's a
Yikes.
rough place to get into an argument right at the comedy
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, because then you're not laughing. Like no matter how funny it is, you're just in a bad mood. You're not laughing.
Yeah, right.
Or one,
Like I said,
it's worse if one of them, like if he was laughing and she was just angry the whole time, so
yeah, he's sitting
she
there
was
having a good time.
specifically not laughing. Yeah, that's not good. Well,
Yeah,
hopefully that turned out okay for them.
yeah. Oh, I thought it
So,
was funny.
another person that had like a bad weekend. I don't know if you saw the story of the they're calling her the Phillies Karen. It was at a Marlins game down here. Did you see the story about this or?
Yeah, I think you or Jay
Okay.
showed me it.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, Phillies player hit a home run. Um,
Hmm.
Bader hit a home run, and uh, there were some Phillies fans in the area that the ball went, and a bunch of them were scrambling for the ball. And this guy comes out with the ball, and he takes it over, and he gives it to his son, who looked like he was like maybe early teens, maybe like 9 or 10, like that age.
Hmm.
And the dad's all excited, and the son's all excited, and then this lady comes over and she starts like the guy was actually startled when she tapped him and she starts yelling at him about this ball and says, "You took that from me. You took that. That was mine. You took that from me," and screaming at him and I had it in my hand and you pulled it out of my hand and all that, and
Did he
she's just
actually?
going off. No, I mean, you could see on the video that it was like
That
every
always
time that you
happens,
see a
though.
ball. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
the ball ends up bouncing around. It rolls from one person to the other, and he ended up being the one that came out of it with it. Like it's kind of like the
Very few
rule. Like whoever
times does it
gets it.
do the Angels in
Yeah,
the outfield, like, right in the
yeah,
glove.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and well, and where it fell was kind of between a bunch of people too. What was funny is it was all Phillies fans trying to get it too, because the lady had a Phillies shirt on or jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
The guy she was with, who was also trying to get it, did. Then there was another guy that had a Jalen Hurts jersey on, who was
Oh,
trying to get
yeah.
it, and then the dad that got it and gave it to his son was wearing. They were all wearing Phillies stuff too, which
So
is funny
already
because
a
it
fighter
was at a
bunch.
Marlins game. It was down here. It was
Yeah.
in Miami.
Yeah.
Um, so the dad, like, they're talking about it for a little bit, and finally he takes the ball out of his son's glove, hands it to the lady, and says, "There, go." And he just gives it to her because she's not gonna let up. And to step back too, the woman, based on the way she looked anyway, is somebody my age, maybe older. Okay, so
Hmm.
this is not somebody who should be getting this upset about a baseball. So and she didn't have any little kids with her or anything like that. So
Yeah, that's my
she,
question.
yeah, so she took the ball and went away, and it turned out like okay for the kid and that, because the Marlins like staff or something brought him like a goodie bag that had I think it had some baseballs in it and other stuff. And at the end of the game,
Aw.
the Phillies player who hit the home run actually met up with the kid and gave him a signed bat. So he made out better because of what happened, um, which I think is a lesson. but she's I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff. She is getting like destroyed
Oh, yeah,
in
that's
social
what you
media and everywhere.
mentioned. You mentioned to me this weekend about it. She's the one that they like found her LinkedIn and stuff or whatever.
Well, I don't know how much of that's true, because I've seen some things too that said she worked for a school district somewhere, and the students at the school were complaining all over her social media, and the school district fired her. And the school
But I
district
thought she
that
was
they
also in her 60s.
yeah, that's yeah. So, well, she could still be
We're like,
working.
well,
That doesn't
true.
mean
Yeah,
anything. I
but
mean, but the school district that they claimed she worked for and that came out and said, we don't know who this person is. And they kind of made a joke of it and said, if it was somebody who worked for our school, they would have caught the ball, which I thought was hilarious because they kind of roasted her over it.
yeah,
But there's people
that's
all over
funny.
trying to find out like who this person is, and they're referring to her as Phillies Karen, and because she had the haircut and everything, and
They
yeah,
always
just the
do.
way she was acting was crazy. But it made me think. Well, it kind of went back to the whole what the heck was it? The concert thing from a couple of weeks ago. The couple that got caught at the concert. Um, and kind of having those kind of things happen to you, in a very public way like that, and like the
Hmm.
results of it, like if she did actually get fired from it, and
Yeah.
whether or not, like, if that happened, if her job found out that that was her and they said, hey, you know you're gone, is that right? Do you think that's right?
I mean, I will say that I understand why they do it
Mm-hmm.
because at the same time, from a company standpoint, I think when you're getting a lot of heat um, about a specific person that's at your company, it's easier for you as a company to just remove that person, especially if it's a controversial person, like someone, there's been times before where, I mean, even look at celebrities, where a celebrity, they'll dig up something old on a celebrity that they said years and years ago, and
Right.
a whole brand or network will fire them, and it's more to protect their company, protect their brand. So, I do understand why they do it, because you're just trying to appease the masses.
Right. Right. Yeah, and I mean in this
So,
case,
you got to
yeah,
understand, like, they're just protecting themselves. Like, in that
yeah,
sense, you're seeing one of your coworkers, like, how they're, I get it that your personal life, um, it kind of does affect your work life if you're
yeah,
acting completely crazy, because then you are, at the end of the day, a representation of that company that you work for, to a sense.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think like in this specific case, this person, if that's how they're acting at a baseball game, I think they probably act the same way in their professional life. Like I think that
Yeah.
probably they just that's how they deal with people is because
Rude,
you know
controversial. Yeah.
yeah. And at the end of the day, she was a bully, and so somebody that's like that, in that kind of scenario is more than likely that way, with people they work with too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I would tend to think that it might be an opportunity for the company to be like, hey, this is a bad look for us, um,
Yeah.
but it is so different today because, you know, like because of social media and cell phone cameras everywhere and all that, like
Hmm.
your behavior outside of work is a lot more easily well known to your work than it was, previously. I mean, even social media posts. If you post something
Yeah.
like you're talking about with some of the celebrities, if you post something on social media that's, you know, controversial or just offensive or whatever, people are going to see that. So
Yeah, there's been
you know,
influencers that, years before they were influencer, like, they become an influencer 5 years later, and, there's people that will dig up like old posts that they made on their freaking MySpaces. That digital footprint is crazy, especially when you
yeah,
got, there's this one like family that I follow on YouTube, and man, the one girl, like the one mom, they go back and like find her old Facebook, like how sometimes like people have Facebooks that they just forget the password to. I think Kevin
yeah,
has like two Facebooks for that reason. Like he
yeah.
doesn't know the password to his old one, so he has his new
That's
one. There's
Jay.
people
Jay.
that
Jay doesn't know his
Jay.
password, and he just doesn't bother creating a new one. It's just out there, and it will be forever.
Yeah, so like that, she has a situation like that. It's like her old Facebook from back in high school days when she would just post and like post photos, and how everyone posted photos for everything back then.
Right.
And now, she's known on social media, and there's people that go back and try to use all those old posts against her.
Oh
It's kind of
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
especially because, like to that end, you have to leave some leeway for people to mature too, because like things that you thought were okay then, and well, gee, that was stupid. Why'd I do that? Like if you don't
mhm.
leave people some leeway for that, that's kind of silly.
But I think overall, you really do have to, especially in this age of just so much technology and different social medias and different phone cameras and hidden cameras, people wearing meta glasses that can record you that you don't
Yeah,
even
right.
understand. Like, in this day and age, you just gotta watch what you're doing everywhere. Even
Hmm.
outside of that, like, there's just cameras everywhere you
Oh
look.
yeah.
I'm walking up
Hmm.
in the apartment, and I'm walking past so many doors that have just the doorbell
Yep.
cameras. So I think that also is the biggest take, that when you're especially at a public thing, you have to
Hmm.
know that, especially if you start acting crazy, the first thing people do is pull out their phone and start recording you.
Well, the
I
funniest thing was
mean,
there were two Marlins fans that I've seen two different camera angles. The one is two Marlins fans that were like two rows behind, literally right where it was happening. And they're sitting there with their cameras. So she knew they were doing it. And then the other angle
hmm
is like a little further away. So maybe, maybe you wouldn't know that was going on. But you're like, to your point, you're in public. Like, how about this? When you're in public, live your life like you're on camera because you probably
yeah,
are. So, like,
yeah,
don't go doing stupid, like, just stupid things that you don't want to be remembered for. Like, for example, us on this
yeah.
podcast. This is a stupid thing that we probably don't want to be remembered for, but we will
But you
because
know
it's out there
what?
now.
I wish, I wish that our clips went as viral as some of, you know
Right?
what? Like we have always said though about our controversy videos, okay? Our
Yeah.
controversial videos are our highest viewed, highest
Yeah.
shared, all of that
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
And people love controversy, okay? If a video of a older woman acting crazy to a 10-year-old is posted,
Yeah.
it's gonna get views. People love that.
Yeah. And,
We're
I mean,
people.
at the end of the day, like, we were talking about, well, should somebody really lose their job? I really think that when you do something like that, especially that, in the
Yeah.
circumstance and everything, you deserve the consequences of whatever your actions are. Because,
Yeah.
like, in my experience, right, when you go to a baseball game and there's kids at the baseball game, like, it's always a big thing for a kid to get a foul ball, or in this case, a kid to get a home run, like a kid to get one, because
Yeah.
they'll remember that for their, like, when your brothers were
Mhm.
younger. I remember we used to go to like Phillies spring training games over in Clearwater, and we
Mhm.
went the one year, and it was the year that Chris had shoulder surgery, so he was wearing a sling,
Mhm.
and he was in high school at that point, right? So he wasn't a little kid, but he was
Yeah.
a kid, and we were at the game, and a foul ball came near us, but I think it was maybe like the guy two rows in front of us or something, got it, and didn't have any kids with him. I think it was him and his wife or something. And the guy got the ball, and he turned around and he handed it to Chris.
Oh,
And
wow. So to
that's
wear
what
a sling,
yeah.
guys. Look
Yeah,
injured.
right. Also, yeah, because then he was also able to easily tuck the ball in the sling, and nobody knew about it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but that's like my experiences of what people usually do. Like, if you're ever watching the ball
Yeah.
girls in those games, and a
Mhm.
foul ball comes over and they get it, they usually look for the first kid, near them to hand it to. And the other thing is, the guy. Did you see the one? Because this was a similar thing. Did you see the one of the guy at the U.S. Tennis Open with the hat? That's the same
Yep.
exact thing happened there.
Same
And this
thing.
woman didn't learn from that. This woman didn't learn from his mistake.
I was gonna say, I feel like I was trying to think of what it was because I knew something else similar like that did happen recently where they
Yeah.
snatched it from someone else. I think that's first of all, like that is just a simple etiquette thing that you're
Yeah.
kind of taught when you're little is don't. I mean, I feel like I'm telling kids all the time, no, don't be snatching that.
Yeah.
Don't snatch off of people. It's rude. Don't snatch it off
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
someone. Like you
It's
can ask
like,
for it if they say no, but like don't be snatching.
yeah. It's like when
How are
kids
you a
come around
grown
their
woman
trick or
doing that?
treating. Like when kids come around their trick or treating, like we usually will just, we get it's like a big pumpkin,
Yeah.
plastic pumpkin, and we put all the candy in there, and we'll just hold it out usually and say, take what you want. Um,
Mhm.
but sometimes you get those kids that are like reaching in before you say that, and
Yeah.
almost every time, gosh, sorry, the almost every time the parent that's with them is like, no, you don't do that. You know what I mean? The parents are telling them
Mhm.
that. These people's parents
Mhm.
didn't tell them that. I guess I don't know. It's just
They yeah.
I think it's a symptom of society, though. I really do. I think it's part of the whole thing that broke with society during COVID. I don't know.
The thing is that even if cuz I feel like even if she's saying, "Oh, well, I had a how do you know I didn't have a child at home or a grandchild to give it to or put it in?" It doesn't. I
Yeah.
think it doesn't matter what the reasoning is. That little boy was at the game. just let him have the freaking baseball. It's a
Right.
baseball. Like, I get being a super fan. I get all of that. Trust me. Like, I grew up with
Right.
all of y'all. I know super fans, but
Right.
snatching a ball off a little kid is never going to be
Well,
a good look.
and I think the thing is too, like you would think the woman would have gone back to her seat and sat there holding that ball. And well, apparently the other part of it is too that the people around her were railing her for it. Like all the people
Oh,
sitting
I'm
around her
sure.
were on her about it. And she ended up just yelling at people and flipping people off and everything. And like, I'm sorry, but a normal human being would have gone back to their seat after they acted like a jackass like that. And they would have sat there and thought, wait, I just took this ball away from a little kid. And they would have walked back and said, and not even needed to say anything and just handed it to the child and walked away, because again, like, why do you need that? Unless you're like going to list it on eBay or something. And that's even worse.
Yeah,
Um,
well, hey, now she
because
really
like,
can.
why did you
She could
need
probably get
that?
more money off it now.
She probably could. But you know what? The kid got the laugh in the end because he got the signed bat. So
He did get, yeah, he got a way better deal. Maybe they planned it.
yeah. And
Maybe
then,
they
then I
knew
think
her.
like I wonder the people who were with her. Like I think it looked like there was a guy with her, maybe a husband kind of situation. I don't know. I'm just assuming that from what I saw. But like, should somebody? I mean, I assume she wasn't at the game by herself. Should one of the people with her not have said, "Hey, that was a really stupid thing to do. Why would you do that?" You know what I
She
mean?
doesn't really seem like the type of person that would have listened to them, or
Right.
you can really
Probably
do
would have
talk,
yelled at them. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably would have yelled at
they would
them.
have been right there. I would hate to be with somebody like that. I really hate like you're out with this person now that's like not just embarrassing themselves, but they're now also embarrassing you. You know
Yeah.
the old line of you are who you hang out with.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, and if
mean,
that
you're
was
caught
the
with that
husband,
lady.
yeah, if it was the husband with her too, he's got to defend her now. Like, so all these people in the baseball stadium that are yelling at her, he's got to like be there to stand up for her. But he probably knew she was wrong, or maybe not. Like, because sometimes people like that attract other people like that. So he might have been like, "Yeah, you should go over and get that ball from that kid." Like I don't get it. I don't get what goes through people's heads. It's a baseball.
I think it is funny that something like that happens though, and immediately, like, because of the time that we're in, immediately everybody is just like, what's her Facebook? Is she on Instagram?
Yeah,
Where's
yeah,
her
yeah,
LinkedIn? Like, what
yeah,
city does she live in? Who is
yeah,
this woman? I need first name, last name, when's her birthday,
yeah.
how old is she, what does she do for work? Do any of y'all know her?
Yeah,
But,
yeah. That's
she
true because it's actually like worse than when like there's some sort of, incident of violence and the person that did it, they're finding them, they're finding all the information, like the news is finding all the information on them right away. This is their name and we found this social media profile with their name on it and all that. It's worse than that
mhm.
because you get everybody going like, I have to find out who this woman is. Like I said, I haven't heard that she's been positively identified yet, which is interesting. Although based on the age, maybe she doesn't do that much social media. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, that really is really the golden ticket if you're a controversial person like that, is
I know, right?
to not be on social media. But also somebody like that, I don't know. I'm sure she got a Facebook out there. Somebody like that, they like
Or
to have their
oh,
opinion heard, okay?
yeah, that's
She
true.
wants to be
That's true.
heard. I know she's posting reviews or so I know she's somewhere
Yeah,
online.
she's. You know what? She's probably on X. I feel like she'd be on X posting stuff to
For
people she
sure.
disagrees with.
Yeah.
Oh
Right.
man.
She's over there adding her city commissioner.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Complaining about, I don't know, a street light that shouldn't be there or something.
Yeah.
Blasting our window all night. I can't sleep.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh
funny. There
man.
was a,
So
what's funny? There's someone like my community has the Facebook page, and I love going on there because I like seeing like what people complain about.
Hmm.
And it's funny because like then you'll also have the people like responding, which is even funnier. It's also like on Facebook you can go anonymous now. So it's funny seeing
Oh,
the people who like really don't care at all and they'll show their face, their profile, like everything. They're
yeah,
basically like, what'd you say? So there's
yeah,
a lot of people that complain about like how loud their upstairs neighbors are, like, oh my gosh, I can't get any sleep and blah 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 blah. And
yeah.
then you'll have the people responding like, you're in a 30-year-old building, like it's gonna creak.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
that's
also in an
we.
apartment. Like, don't be on the bottom floor if you don't want to hear your neighbors. Like,
That's
that's just what
exactly
it is. They're
that's just
not.
common
It's an
sense.
apartment.
Yeah, that's common sense. That's
Yeah.
like where we live. We there used to be a Facebook page, and I guess it's still there, but it's kind of
Mhm.
defunct now because like all those community Facebook pages, they always just become places for people to go and complain. They start
Yeah.
out as, "Hey guys, we can share information, and this is where you can, if you're looking for a plumber, people can recommend a plumber and all that kind of thing." And it always just
Yeah.
turns into like whoever it is that is allowing their dog to poop in my yard better stop, and that kind of thing. And
Oh
it
my
just
God, the
be
one lady, she literally took a picture of this man, and it's funny because yesterday when we were about to leave, I was waiting in the car in the parking lot, and I saw him like walking his dog, and I wanted to be like, "Hey, bro, do you know there's a picture of you on the Facebook page?" Because she posted a photo of him. Like the way that she even posted this photo, I'm like, how did he has to know? Because like it was very clear, like she was like out the
yeah.
window with her phone,
Wow.
like posted a picture of him, and she's like, "You
Oh
didn't
my
clean up after your
gosh.
dog. I saw you." Like, listen, that's just as annoying to
Lord.
me as anybody, but I think just
Yeah,
flashing
yeah,
about it like that is just, it's
yeah,
kind of like, listen,
yeah.
yes, there's bad people here. Like, I don't know, like, that's just, you're gonna have
And
that anywhere
that's
you go. You're gonna have it
somebody
at
that.
any public park you go to, anywhere
Oh
you
yeah,
go that there's dogs, there's gonna be people that don't clean up after them.
yeah. And somebody that does that isn't going to care that you posted the picture. They're not going to be like, oh, I better stop
Oh,
doing that. They're like, yeah,
yeah,
yep. So what?
thought I was getting away with it.
Yeah. That's we
There's
last weekend
always
we.
people watching.
Yeah, exactly. Again, the lesson is somebody's got a camera. The last weekend we had a little dog that appeared in the neighborhood, that was out in the rain, and it was soaking wet, and it was just running up and down. It was a tiny dog, and
Hmm.
so we thought we knew who the owner was. So I ran out and grabbed it and took it to their house. They're like, "Yeah, that's not our dog." So now I had a dilemma because now I had located this dog, but I didn't know who the owner was. So I felt responsible for, watching it until we found the owner. Because we have coyotes in the neighborhood and bobcats and that.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah,
getting
you
late
can't
in the
leave him
day
out.
and all that. So we asked a couple of neighbors, nobody knew. Posted something on the one Facebook page, and a couple of people suggested, "Oh, it looks like it might be this guy's dog," and they showed a picture of the dog, and it looks nothing like the dog that I posted the picture of. But I went on that next door,
Oh
which is
yeah.
another one of these like neighborhood type apps. And some
Hmm.
people were really, really like, positive and all that. But then you get the person that is posting something about like, well, they should really have a collar on the dog, and they should really, why would
Yeah.
why would they let that dog out and that, and the next morning, the person whose dog it was, or the child, their daughter, messaged us and said, "That's my dad's dog. He lives, on the next street over, and he's disabled, so the dog got out, and he didn't realize she got out and all that." So we were happy because
Oh.
we were happy because we found the owner, and took the dog back. Could immediately see that she was his dog because she how she reacted to him and that.
Oh
But
yeah, that is a true tell.
it, yeah, but afterward, like after I posted something saying, "Hey, yep, found the owner, happy she's home," and all that, you get the person again that posted, "You should really get tags for your father for that dog so that this doesn't happen again." And it's like, why? Like, what in your day did you need to do that? Like, the
That is
dog's
just
home,
that yeah,
be
that's that
happy.
person that just has to be heard. They just gotta be
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah.
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 Like the community, not on that post of the guy wasn't wearing a shirt, which made it even funnier. But yeah, there was this guy, I call him like, I always say like he acts like he's the mayor of the community
Hmm.
because he is always outside. He's older, makes it loud and proud that he's been here for just so many years. Like,
Yeah.
he's just like the complainer of the group. And he comments on it and he's like, yeah, and put a shirt on, you're kind of chubby or something like that.
Ah.
And then someone
Uh,
responds to him and they're like, body shaming isn't nice. He's
oh
like, my
God.
apologies.
Like, I don't know who's worse, though, the joke, about that, or the person that got upset about the joke. Like,
The person that's like,
if
hey,
if you don't want to be
body
body
shaming's
shamed,
not cool.
don't go out shirtless.
I think that's
Like
so
that's the
funny.
thing.
I was reading it like, yeah, this is why I'm on this Facebook page. This right
Yeah,
here, this is
just for the
gold. This is
entertainment
entertain.
value. Yeah.
This is just some late night entertainment for me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
and it
And
goes
that's all
it goes
anyone ever
back
posts.
to yeah, and it goes back to the whole thing of just loving to see some controversy, right?
Loving
I
to see
mean,
controversy. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we got to
No,
do
for
another
sure.
one of those controversial opinions episodes soon. That'll be next week, I think. Write it down.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know
You
I do
don't.
like those.
You
We
look
didn't
like you're
do
not
that
on
for
board. You look like you're like.
now. You know where I'll probably go for it? I'll probably go to Reddit for them. Reddit always has the better
That's a
ones.
good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea.
They always have really good controversials on Reddit.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, Reddit's great for that kind of stuff. I could get lost.
Reddit
I
is
could get
good.
lost. I could lose.
Reddit
I could lose a half day.
I like when randomly like I'll just get an alert from Reddit and it'll pop up of like a not because people always have like crazy usernames on there. So it could literally be somebody that I know I would never know because their username is like,
Yeah,
I don't know, funny teapot 39
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
So it'll always pop up randomly like somebody asking for advice or whatever. I'm like, wow, some people really are going through it that bad that
Yeah,
they're asking Reddit. Ask ChatGPT like a normal
yeah.
person.
That's true. That's true. Or Grok in the car.
ChatGPT,
I talk to
yeah,
Grok in the car all the time. We're becoming
right.
very close.
You're frustrated. You're having a frustrating day. Hey, I'm gonna go for a quick ride. I'll be
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
You're like doing circles around the neighborhood.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Grok. So,
I have this problem.
my yeah. Hey, so do you think it's okay that my boss talked to me like this? What would you do if you were me? That's
One
funny.
thing I was saying this to, this is totally off topic, but I was saying this to Jay last night. One thing I found with all the AI models, the AI bots, the Chat GPTs or Groks or whatever, is they seem to have a bias towards agreeing with you, which I think is a bad thing. Like if you ask it a question, like is it okay that whatever, is it okay that I took a baseball out of the glove of a child at a baseball game, and it'll tend to they tend to maybe in that not in that specific case, but they tend to like have a bias towards agreeing with your question, even if
Like
the
feed
the
off
answer
of
is
your
wrong.
vibe.
Yes, exactly. Like it's almost like they want to
Mm.
make you happy, so they agree with what
Okay,
you're
robots.
saying. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
the robot's on the
yeah,
right side of good job.
yeah. Or at
I
least
like
that's what
that.
they want us to think. They want us to think they're on our
True.
side until they take over.
Until they're not. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Then
Anyways.
we got to call Will Smith. Then I don't know.
I don't think I would call Will Smith if I was having robot
No.
issues.
Yeah, I don't know though. He took care of them in the movie.
I think I watched those movies enough. Do you see like maybe it just pops up on my algorithm because I've been looking at it, but have you seen lately that they're saying that aliens are going to take over in like 115 days or something?
Oh,
That
150.
there's in
I thought you were going to
there's
say
like a
100 years. I was going to say, I don't care.
there's like a rock heading towards the the globe. What's it? Why am I?
Earth.
Sorry, y'all. We're filming this late at night. It's been a
Uh,
long
Wait, are you drinking?
You
Are
know,
you
the
drinking
big
Coke and rum over there again?
the globe. Oh man.
The
I said
globe.
last time I was gonna read a book, but I'm actually gonna read a book tonight before bed.
Okay.
But yeah, that a big rock is like heading towards Earth, and they think that it's aliens disguised like in the like that's their ship.
Wow, like it's a Trojan
Have you
horse. They're
seen
making
that?
it look like an astronaut. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. I
Yeah,
think
they're
it's about
making it
time.
look like
I think everything else that's going to happen has happened. So that's the next thing that has to happen in the simulation.
that is so funny. Yeah, I
Wow.
thought that was
So stay tuned, right? It'll 100 days. That'd be like just in time for Christmas, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Right
How
around
many more
Christmas. Yeah.
Fridays is that? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's coming up. It's coming up. All right. That's
Anyways,
all I
y'all.
got. That's all I got. We got Phillies Karen and aliens. We started out at Phillies Karen and we ended at aliens. So it's just a normal day on the A&M podcast.
Right. How sad are the scientists going to be when they just like right past Earth?
Yeah. Like, oh, never mind. They weren't coming to
Well, there
us.
they go. I guess they're not. Yeah. Like we're so self-centered that we really do think that they're just like heading towards us.
Yeah.
There's nothing else out there for them.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course they're
Like,
coming to Earth.
yeah,
Probably
right.
Florida, where everyone else
Yeah.
comes. Like,
That's right.
of
They're
course they're
actually
coming
they want to
here.
go to Disney. So of course they're
Yeah.
going to come
They're
here.
just they're just stopping
And they're
by.
just
No
driving.
way would they
It's like when
pass
you're
Earth.
It's like when you're at a restaurant and the waiter comes out and they come out with a tray and you're like, "Oh, our food's here," and it's the table next to you. That's what's going to
Yeah.
happen to us. It's going to be
Yeah,
the
that's
solar
what's gonna
system next
happen.
to us. They're going to.
That's funny.
All right.
Anyways,
Well, thanks for checking out this somewhat discombobulated episode. And check us out Thursday. Do we know what we're doing Thursday yet? No. It'll be a surprise, even to
mm,
us.
it's a surprise. Yeah, we usually just pop on the turn on the old recorder, and
Yeah. The old record machine.
the old record machine, and yeah, I just start asking some trivia questions.
Yeah. All right. Well, check us out then. And hope you like this one. And let us know what you think about Philly Karen and aliens coming in 100 and something days.
Yeah.
Bye,
All
guys.
right. Bye, everyone.